and today I'll be teaching Oral Communication 11. So, before we start, let me remind you our classroom rules. First, we have respect others. Be kind, considerate, and respectful to your teachers, classmates, and of course, our school property. Second, raise your hand if you want to ask questions or you will give an answers. And then lastly, listen and follow directions. Pay attention to instructions, listen carefully, and follow directions. Okay, next we have our learning objectives. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to define and explain different models of communication, identify the strengths and weaknesses of each model, apply the models to real-life communication scenarios, and then lastly, critically analyze communication breakdowns using the models. So before we start, let's have our energizer first. I want everybody to please stand up and follow my instructions. Okay, thank you class for your preparations. And then before I start my discussion, let me check your attendance first. Angela, Madel, Indelin. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's have a quick review. So do you still remember our past discussion? So what is it all about? Raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, Miss Model. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Model. And now, next, let's start our discussion. So what is communication all about? So, who wants to answer? Raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay? So, what do you think is the answer in our number 1 question? Angela? Yes, correct. Linear. And number 2? Indelin? Yes, correct. Interactive. And then for the last one, Madel? Yes, correct. Transactional. So these are the sum of models of communication in oral communication subject. So first we have the linear model of communication. This is the simplest model depicting communication as a one-way process. A sender transmits a message through a channel to receiver. Noise can interfere with the message's transmission. It doesn't account for feedback, making it unsuitable for complex communication scenarios. Real-world communication is rarely one-way. So linear, one-way process where a sender encodes a message and transmits it through a channel to our receiver, who decodes it. Okay, understand? Okay, for our next model of communication is the interactive model of communication. So let's read. This model adds feedback to the linear model. The receiver responds to the sender's message, creating a two-way flow of information. It incorporates fields of experience, acknowledging that senders and receivers interpret messages based on their unique backgrounds. So while improved, it still assumes a clear distinction between sender and receiver, and might not fully capture the simultaneous nature of some communication. So again, interactive mode of communication is a two-way cycle process, unlike linear that is only one way of communication. So this time in our interactive models of communication, it is a two-way process. Okay, so next we have the transactional model of communication. Okay, let's read. This model uses communication as a simultaneous process where senders and receivers continuously exchange messages. It emphasizes its shared field of experience and the influence of context. including nonverbal cues and environmental factors. So it's the most realistic model, reflecting the dynamic and multifaceted nature of human interaction. It accounts for simultaneous sending and receiving and the impact of context. So again, the transactional model of communication emphasizes the participants are both senders and receivers at the same time. Understand? Okay, very good. For our next activity, let's answer this question. I want you to get a piece of paper and then you need to answer and analyze what is the correct answer, please. What kind of model describes this communication? I will only give you 20 minutes to answer and later on we will check your papers and then I will record it. So I guess everyone is already done. For our next activity, this is a group activity. Let's divide the class into groups of 3. Each group will choose one of the model communication and create a visual presentation of it. Understand? So after that, in presentation, groups will present the visual presentations and explain their chosen model, emphasizing its strengths and limitations. Okay, thank you everyone for your cooperation. And now for our last activity, in order for me to know if you really understood our topic for today, let's have this last activity. So, may I if I call your names, you have to stand up. And then give me the answer. If you're done reading the question, you can give me the answer. I will give you time to think. Is that okay with you? Okay, very good. So number 1, what is the correct answer? Yes, correct. Number 2? Yes, correct. Nice one. I will give you points later. Number 3? Yes, correct. Number 4? Yes, you're right. Number 5? Very good. Let's have a big clap of hands for everyone. Okay, for your assignment, research about the other models of communication. Explain the meaning and provide examples. Write it in a sheet of paper and pass it next meeting. So do you have any questions, class? Clarifications? None so far? Okay, so if that's so, class dismissed. Okay, so thank you everyone. This is Hannibal Table That, please everyone. Teaching Demonstration for Technology for teaching and learning. Thank you.